everyone, it's Val, and welcome to the second end of the day tour for Tolkiencraft III Season 1 on the development server. I know it's been a while since I did the first end of the day tour, but we've been doing a lot of quest testing. So you don't really have much to show you guys, except that when you play the mod pack, the quests don't have the bugs in them that I've found. But I have done some survival stuff, and I am going to show you that. And I will try not to make it too long, but you know me, it will probably end up being long. Alright, so I have started some sorting. I don't have the controller in yet or anything, it's all manual sorting at this point, but at least we have started on that. I did have the smeltery up before, but we have been playing around with some of the mods. What is this? Resonator. I think we were starting with something on that. Oh yes, we were making stoneburt material. Anyway, I don't really have a lot to explain about these because it's been a while since I played with these. And I kind of forget. But the first source of power you're probably going to be using is probably the furnace generators or survival generator, that sort of thing. And right now here I have a very simple setup using hoppers and chests and whatnot, something you've probably seen many, many times before. And I've got a crusher going so that we get a reasonable return on our ores. So this is going to be your first ore duplication machine, I suspect, that you'll be making. We also have, what are these? Painting press. Oh yes, I was playing with paintings. I have to do it again and refresh my memory on them so I can tell a little bit more about them. Except, I will tell you that the painting press, not the lectern though, the painting press actually, it's really awesome. You can do so many things with paintings. I've got this beautiful little painting that I've put above my bed. But you can make ginormous paintings and with different frames of different colors, and it's a lot of fun. And it's from Bibliocraft, and I will have to play with it and refresh my memory, but in the meantime, if you're looking for something to do with decorating your walls, I highly recommend you check it out, because it's awesome. I picked the smallest painting because that's what fit there, but they go pretty big. We also played a little bit with some of these. This is a deep resonance generator, and I will say that you will probably not want to set this particular beast up anywhere you plan to live in a healthy manner. It gives off radiation, and it takes a while to dissipate. It's finally gone from around here. I think I had a radiation detector, and again, I will show you more about that later. But I did make a radiation a radiation suit. And I think the radiation right now is gone. It's been a while. Yeah, it's all gone. But it builds up pretty fast. And basically, these resonating crystals that you'll see around the world, you want to collect those because those are what you put around these generators to get power from it. Now the power, as you can see, it generates RF power, and it did generate a fair amount, but apparently it also corrupts the landscape around it. I'm not sure what that's about, but I decided once I learned that I wasn't going to do too much testing here because I don't really want to corrupt my home. That doesn't seem like a good thing. If I did it, I'd probably try to put it deep underground and see if that would work, but honestly I don't know if it's going to corrupt it like up and down, or if it's just like in a sphere around it, or how it works. Just to give you an idea of how much... let's find it here. The extra utilities. Is this it? Is this the one? No, this isn't the one. Deep resonance. That's probably the manual I want to be showing you. That's not it. Where is it? Maybe it's in here. Could be in here. There it is. Alright, so the deep resonance manual, which I put into the Kajik library here, will talk to you about resonating ore, and it has 26 pages of information, which I'm not going to page through or read to you, but that's what I've been learning from, and with some trial and error. And again, as I play with these more and feel like I can talk to you in more detail about them, I will. But that's not what we're going to do today. I have one more thing to show you, then we're going to come back. And actually, I guess we can show you the last thing. Right, pussycats? Oh, I forgot to tell you. Ming Fu and Smoker have moved in. Of course, I would not have a home that is complete without cats. I mean, every good home has at least one cat, and the best homes have more than one. Of course, you can go a little overboard with that, but we won't talk about that. Alright, I took the shortcut to the market, because obviously for the end of the detour, you don't want to see me watch me run for 5 minutes to get here. So anyway, we're going to go in, we're going to go to the Deep Dark. And this is my mine, and it's expanded quite a bit from the last time. I don't even know if I showed it to you in the first one. May not have come here yet at that point. But GreatOrator has given us... Actually, there was something back at the base I should have talked about too. Oh, well, I'll talk about it another time. GreatOrator has given me some materials that I haven't gained through actual survival collection, so that I can start testing other mods and collection of things. And what we've got here is the Quantum Quarry actuator. And of course, when I look at the... Can I hit R for recipe when I'm looking at it? No, of course not. That would be too handy. Wouldn't it? Alright. If you look at these, the Quantum Quarry itself requires another star. Though stone burnt, that's what I was making in that first thing that I looked at a little bit ago. It was required in order to make the Quantum Quarry. It's actually in the center of 6 of these. Or is it 8 of these? No, 6. It has 6 faces. You need end stone. So obviously you're going to have gone to the nether, killed the wither, and gone to the end and killed the dragon before you can make this. I'm obviously not at that point. And that's why I'm saying this was... A god gave me the equipment in order to make these. That's why they're running on coal power, which is totally not suitable. By the point you're making use of this yourself, you're probably going to have a lot better source of power. However, since this is a very eclectic survival, I don't. I have coal, and that's it. And that's why we're crushing coal upstairs. Alright, so... I just want to show you, if you click on here, you can actually make a filter, and then you can change it to have a blacklist, which is what I've done. And I'm blacklisting the stuff that I don't actually want to collect. Now, if this was survival, I would be collecting the diorite and the granite and the limestone and the marble for building, and the andesite. But this isn't regular survival. I'm not going to be building any grand edifices here, so I'm throwing them away. It hurts. It hurts a lot, but I gotta do it. And it seems to randomly pick which chest to put the results in. If you only put one chest on, well, you're only going to get the stuff in the one chest, but I have set up a chunk loader here set to just one chunk, because I can't afford to make the one that the spot loaders. I don't have enough ender eyes yet. But that's why I've attached so many of these, because I wanted to keep collecting them until they runs out of coal. And I gave it... Actually, it's already halfway through it. Wow. I gave each 25, and they've already gone through 10. Alright, well, it's not going to be running for very long. At all, then. Okay. Well, we have another thing to show you. GreatOrator has remapped this key, this particular key, when you are playing the alpha map with the quests. It's going to be the numpad 7. Right now, mine is set to P, which is the default for the mod itself, I believe. And I have summoned Vals NoisyToys. Yes, I have summoned myself. Except I'm not sure where I am. Oh, there I am! It is a mini-me. This particular mod is called Pet Buddy. It's actually been around for a number of years. And it's the first time I've ever seen it. And I think it is so awesome. And I have a few things to show you about the mini-me, which are pretty cool if I do say so myself. So let's start with... You don't have to have a little mini you running around if that's not what you want. You could say, pick your best friend. And I could have a little GreatOrator run around after me. Or you could have your best friend Bob, or Sue, or PackRat0013, for example. I didn't even think to try that, but yes, you can have your own little pack rat. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? Unfortunately, he still thinks his name is Vals NoisyToys, but hey, you can't have everything. A little bit of an identity crisis. You can also give them a little bit of armor, and as you can see, they do fight for you, and that's why this helmet is all beat to crap, because, well, we've been doing a lot of fighting in our testing of the quests. We are now part of the way through Chapter 3. We basically reached the end of the content that GreatOrator had ready to test, but I'm sure more will come. Right, so what else can you do with him? Well, you can also take a saddle, and if you just shift, you don't have to click on him, just shift and right-click for yourself. Oh, no, sorry, you do have to click on him, sorry. I was wrong. Sorry, I'm still learning mod myself. And you can have a little pet buddy running around on your head. Isn't that cool? To get him off your head, in case you really don't enjoy this particular thing, you shift, control, right-click again, and he gets off and stands in your body. Alright. So you might wonder why I have all these other things in here. Well, you can create a lot of different pet buddies. There is a little oddity, like you have swords, the sword in a very odd space on some of them. You can have your own little Ender Mini to follow you around. Personally, I find it rather creepy, so I won't do that. Yeah, you could have a dead guy, who's only sort of dead, with his head sticking through the helmet. A few little glitches, but I really enjoy it, no matter what. A raw fish, oddly enough, does not produce a cat. No, you get a polar bear. So if you like polar bears, you can have one now. And then there's the magical sword squid. It look pretty cool. It does look pretty cool. Of course. And then there's the spy chicken with a sword. Paul Soares Jr. would run in terror from this chicken. And little does he know, if it was his pet buddy, it would follow him to the ends of the earth. But only to protect him. But he can still suspect it because it's a spy. And last, but not least, my favorite, and the one that I will have, the cat. The sword cat. With the magic floating sword above its back. And this cat is one tough little guy, let me tell you. And if you, unfortunately, I think, well, fortunately, this particular individual is healed. But if they do take damage, you can heal them by feeding them whatever you eat. So I've been feeding this particular cat on eggs, and it has been quite happy with the cooked eggs. And you can also, what was I going to say? Brain just shut down on me. Okay, so you're feeding them. They're not, oh yes, if they do die, you can summon them back. Now, you're supposed to not be able to summon them back for 10 minutes. But either my guy hasn't died, or he's coming back right away. So I'm not sure which it is. In all the testing we're doing, I thought I saw him die a couple times, but he came right back. So I don't know if the 10 minutes is a config thing, or if it's a bug, or what's going on. But all I know is he will come back. You can bring him back by hitting, well, in the remapped key, which you guys will have, which is numpad 7. You can stow him away and pick him back up again. Or if you're using the default key, that would be a P. Does teleport with you sometimes. Sometimes he doesn't teleport with you. He gets auto-stowed. I'm not sure exactly how that works. I'm not sure if that's a little glitch that can't be fixed or what's going on there. But just so you know, I've made a habit when I go to a new place, like I'm just about to do, I usually just hit the P and wait for it to say that, yeah, there we go, that was auto-stowed. We did have one case where I teleported within the same dimension, and at that point I still had mini Val there, and there was a render glitch, and it looked like she was doing headbutting, oonce, 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 oonce. And I had two of them standing side by side going, one looking at the other who was going oonce, oonce, oonce. So, yes, you can get rendering things. So if you see that, it happens. Don't think there's much you can do about it. Just ignore it. Nobody else can see it but you. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. And actually, since we're here, I'm going to talk about the thing that I said I'd wait till next time. Because I've changed my mind. This is another present from the gods, aka GreatOrator. It's not something that you will have or have access to until you can kill the dragon. It's a dragon egg generator. It creates something called grid power from extra utilities. And the reason that I'm bringing this up is, if anybody's watched my previous Tolkiencraft II playthroughs, you know how much I like the Angel Ring. Well, the Angel Ring requires power now. It uses 32 grid power, and this is grid power, and that's why GreatOrator gave it as a gift for me to use, because he knows how much I like to fly. So this is something you can work towards, the ability to fly using this. One of the options for flying, I believe in Draconic Energy, or Draconic Evolution, pardon me, you can still fly, but I'm not sure if this is going to be easier to get than the Draconic Energy. Actually, theoretically, yes it is, because you'll kill the dragon first. And the best source of Draconic ore is the end. So that makes sense. Let's look up the recipe for the dragon egg mill, just so you can see what it takes to make it. The dragon geg. Dragon egg mill. There it is. Alright, so you actually have to kill 2 withers. We'll see what these... That's the redstone gear. Okay, that's not too bad. I thought you could hit the back key. Okay, never mind. We'll just hit this again. The Eye of Redstone. Okay, that's pretty easy, because you find these when you're mining. So yeah, it's the stars that you are going to have trouble with. So yeah, you'll probably get this before you get the Draconic Evolution armor that lets you fly. So, good to know, right, Pussycat? I agree. Right, I think that catches you all up to date with the stuff that I've been mucking about in survival, testing things here and there. As time goes on and I get more time when I'm not doing creative decorating in the... Oh man, my brain is just not working. Great Barrow. Sorry, I'm tired. Working the creative work that I'm decorating inside the Great Barrow. I still have the big barrel rooms to do, but all the small ones are done. But once all that creative work is done, when I'm not doing quest testing, then I'll be doing more survival stuff, and I'll have more little showcases about what I've discovered for the various mods that I've been mucking about with. In any case, I hope you enjoyed this rather incoherent end of the day tour, and I hope to see you again sometime. I hope to see you in the stream. You take care now. I'll see you later. Bye.